It's same old crap in the news. Yeah. Notice a common theme: the poor folks always lose. Sam Seder said Tulsi Gabbard met with a hate group. What the fuck is he trying to prove? I don't know. You never can tell. Oh well, maybe I'll get my pay some fucking day. Same old crap. How's the mic working? Woo! Good morning, everybody. I am Jimmy Reefer Cake, allthehypocrisy.com. Jimmy Reefer Cake on Patreon. See how that rhymed? I'm going to enter the streaming room. It is 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Wednesday, August 22nd, 2018. Jimmy Reefer Cake YouTube channel live stream. That's what we're doing. Let's get in there. And this is where I can perhaps see if there are any chats coming at you. Coming at you on the live stream. Whew. All right. We're getting into it, folks. I'm not going to go back to the tapes. I thought about doing that. But I do remember it being said in a strange way at the end of the episode. And I actually did. I went back and listened to it, I believe. And, of course, let's just get straight here. What the fuck's going on? Jimmy Reefer Cake. I've been sending songs into the Majority Report with Sam Seder. Does this mean that I, like many of the people who listen to this show, worship at the altar of Sam Seder, and his every move and thought is my rule of law? Just trying to test the mic out. Okay. Tap. Yeah, I like it. Doesn't mean that. I have my own microphone. I have to say my own things. And I'm disturbed by the Tulsi Gabbard comment. Thrown. Basically, it's like this. Let me summarize it. But also just to say, the Majority Report is a show. And you should watch it if you're into politics. Problem is, you might get annoyed. A lot of people can't hang in there. They're very narrow-minded on what is acceptable thought. I can hang in there fine. It's pretty cool. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it until it messes with the chances of the universe to move in a forward direction with a leader, with a quality leader. Okay, so Tulsi Gabbard is that leader. Now, that's the background. And also, you don't have to watch, just to say, you don't have to watch the Majority Report to hopefully enjoy what I'm talking about. But, because I'm trying to get to the point a little quicker, but maybe this is worthless. Maybe this whole thing is worthless for me to talk about another show if you're not watching the show. And maybe I'm just bubbling in. But I don't know. I'm trying to be a watchdog. I'm a watchdog. And I'm watching out for slip-ups and giveaways. Okay? Giveaways, there's something fishy going on that makes no sense. And that's what I see with Tulsi Gabbard and the strange, offhanded put-down that Sam Seder threw at, basically in response to a message that was, I think, saying that Tulsi Gabbard had a good interview with Cenk Uygur, the Young Turks guy. Sam Seder then says, well, she met with a hate group, and you should look into that. So is that a joke? Am I going crazy? I'm going to just flag that in this video. Do I need to go on and on about why, Tulsi Gabbard is the greatest? Well, if you heard all the songs I wrote for Tulsi Gabbard, you would know. And they did. They heard them. They heard the songs. Maybe I'll play one of them right now. You know, is that going to help? But I guess at the end of the day, I've already sent in the songs, so whatever. I've already sent in, and there's some sort of a disconnect when it comes to Tulsi Gabbard that Michael Brooks is the big proponent of originally, and now Sammy's throwing these little comments, little asides. You guys would want me to actually play back the comment, but it was as quick as that. I'm pretty sure it was just straight up. Straight up. I go to the next. How do you go to the next fucking email group? Oh, fucking. I'm not going to play that. I'm going to get to my next song. And this is a quick video. But here's the background of Tulsi Gabbard. Legalized marijuana out in front. Regime change war out in front. Now, the big... I don't even know what the fuck he might have been referring to about this hate group thing. I looked up. I said, Tulsi Gabbard hate group. And then it came back to the story how she met with the Syrian Assad, okay, when the trip, I think, was sponsored by the Arab League, something like that. And maybe someone was trying to say those Arab League people are a hate group because they hate the Jews. Okay, is that what it is? So Tulsi Gabbard, anti-Semite? Is that what we're going for? Maybe I'll look that up. How about we say, Tulsi, I'll spend a moment here. He said, look into it. Let's do it again. Tulsi Gabbard hate group. Look into it, right? Fuck. Okay. Tulsi Gabbard is not your friend. This is an article that comes up. Oh, wow. My YouTube video is coming up. Okay. Where did she meet with a hate group? She met Assad. I'm trying to find a recent. Is this something recent that happened, Sammy? Why? Why did you do this? So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about or any of it. It's just bullshit. So somebody help me. And I don't. It's just a weird thing for someone to just throw as an aside statement. Well, Tulsi Gabbard met with a hate group, so you look into that. What the fuck? And then there was another thing I wanted to bring up in when you look at prospects and stuff of like who's the next presidential candidate. See how they put Tulsi in like a box somehow, even though she's the most promising, attractive candidate. Attractive in many ways, got the military background, she has the ability to go against the fucking, needs more coffee. Drink this whole cup of coffee here. She goes against the regime change wars, but no, she goes against the Hillary Clinton. She supported Bernie. Before when you see you weren't allowed to, so the same mind control is being implemented unwittingly, probably. So there's these little mean stories going around about Tulsi Gabbard that undermines the ability of the best prospect. This is what I'm looking at it like a fucking scout on a team, like a football scout. I just had my fantasy draft. You look at all the available talent. Tulsi Gabbard is head and shoulders above the rest. Okay, Elizabeth Warren shakes her fist, her bony ass, arms, just shaking that fist, and she comes across as fake to me. Okay, I don't believe that she really. I think she's all bark and no bite when it comes to Wall Street and other things. She also, not long ago, came out and it was saying that marijuana should be illegal, something of that nature. And then she switched. Oh, you switched. Okay, but she's one of the ones who said public in a debate or something 5 years ago, said something bullshit like that. So Tulsi Gabbard is the best prospect. When you talk shit about Tulsi, and I sang songs about this, I don't have the chords in front of me, but I gave Michael Brooks much hard time about it. And again, you can enjoy this live stream without watching the majority report, but I'm going to be talking about it. So you can just think of them as these characters in a neoliberal nightmare scheme. Like, the beauty of it is it's halfway. Now, people are tuning in and out here. Just make a chat message, you fucks. So taking the best. Okay, here we go. EA96B. She met with a Hindu extremist. When? Like, is this something recent? Like, Sam Cedar just said this 2 days ago. So thank you for the live chat. She met with a Hindu extremist. I kind of know about somewhat that story when there was a large bloodbath of sorts in the early 2000s, right? When this Hindu extremist was in control in India, and they put down a large amount of Muslims who were perhaps being unruly, but it was a very extreme, violent act by the government. Is that true? Or by the just the Hindus who did it? So she met with a Hindu extremist. Let me just fucking say something, okay? This is what I'm talking about in terms of even just saying met with a hate group. You see how it changed? I thought she met with a hate group. Now you're saying she met with a Hindu extremist. Oh, okay. You see that hate group, how you use that word? You cover up what actually the thing is. Because you want to talk shit about the best prospect in the Democratic Party. The best long-term prospect, the woman who has it all going for her. In the best approval ratings, has the military background, has the anti-war, anti-regime change war. So thank you, EA96B. She met with a Hindu extremist. So I guess you made your point there. Anything else you'd like to elucidate for me, or is that it? Because she met with Assad, is that right? Donald Trump met with that little Korean dude, Kim Jong-un. He met with Putin. Donald Trump met with Putin. Politicians are supposed to meet with people. And I think there should be a penalty for not meeting with people. Not penalty for meeting with people. You just say hate group. You just want to say hate group, okay? That's like hate speech, right? Hate speech. That's hate speech. I'm sorry. I met with a hate group. Let's see. It was the fucking like let's just pick what we can call a hate group. Sammy, you fucked up bad, man. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna do anything except call you out and tell you. I mean, it's funny though, because you're so wedded to the Democratic Party, and then you take their best prospect. That's like me on my fantasy football team putting Brady on the bench, or just, I'm gonna trade Tom Brady away, dude. Yeah, I really want my team to win, so I'm gonna go and fucking. I'm gonna hire a guy with a sledgehammer to go take Brady's knees out, right? Yeah. I can't get over this hate group statement. Now I'm just gonna. I mean, give me a break. Are you fucking kidding me? This reminds me of, do you remember a Caitlin Oz or something? Like, she's an Australian writer. Thank you, EA96. His name is Yogi Ardarith. Joe Howard, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Now, is that Joe Howard, my corporate overlord? Because if so, extra good morning to you and thank you. So let's see this. This guy, his name is Yogi Adityanath. Yogi Adityanath. No animals, he says, no animal sacrifice in open. No selfies with animals. No selfies with goats. That's his big thing. He's an Indian monk and Hindu nationalist politician who's the current chief minister of Uttar Pradesh in office. So he's a guy in office. Yeah, Joe Howard is my corporate overlord is here. Corporate overlord wants me to continue my work. Thank you for attending, Joseph. Joseph is in the house. So I as you know, and so, I mean, Majority Report supporter Joe Howard is here. Now, I am a watchdog for the hypocrisy. And obviously, in the shows I consume, I have a big problem with Sammy. I just said it, Joe, but just reiterate, it's like, I want the Democratic Party to win. They have to win. That's Sammy's thing. Win, win, win. By the way, Tulsi Gabbard met with the hate group. What? What? You want the Democratic Party to win? You just shit on their best fucking prospect. She's still a Democrat. You understand Tulsi Gabbard is a Democrat? The most popular one of the most powerful voices. And there's some weird shit shitting on her thing. Now, Joseph, if I heard it wrong, but it was the day before yesterday, and I had to make a mental note because I heard, and I think I listened back, but in response to an IM that was lauding, praising Tulsi, something of that sort, he just offhanded said, well, Tulsi, she met with a hate group. You better look into that. What? So Tulsi Gabbard, just review again. She's the pro-marijuana. First one came out. Never said, to my knowledge, was never behind the curve. She's ahead of the curve. A lot of others and Democrats are jumping on, and I give them full praise for jumping on the boat. But Tulsi Gabbard ahead of the curve. Also ahead of the curve on the anti-war thing. She has that combination to reach into the libertarian pockets and get their votes. Yeah, no sweat. Like, it's not even, I'm pretty sure he said it because I listened again, but it wasn't a lot. It was at the end of the show, day before yesterday. And this is a disturbing trend. And Joseph, you know about my feelings for Tulsi and how Michael Brooks was a negative. Like, what I fear is that it's like a bubble thing going on where they have this negative connotation that they apply to Tulsi because of shit talk generated really from the DNC machine out of their disgust that she didn't support Hillary in the beginning. Because when that was the very beginning thing, if you weren't on board with Hillary Clinton, you were, like, I don't understand why we don't take the thing of, say, everybody who supported Bernie and didn't support Hillary is the, thanks, Joseph, you know, this is needed to be said. He feels what I'm saying. Is you take everyone who was against Hillary and you put them on a pedestal. And then the ones who were for her, I'm sorry, they're supposed to pay a penalty. If not, like, when you see how horrible what she did, the consequence, not she, you obsess on her, but it's really the machine that took over the whole DNC and made it a fucking mockery of a primary. And so it's like limiting your choices. Like fucking Martin O'Malley, that's a good dude. Martin O'Malley's a good dude, fucking guitar playing guy. So it's like, he's a great, I like Martin O'Malley. So anyone who was against Hillary, like Martin O'Malley somehow got shit on. It was like this groupthink, this authoritarian groupthink. What the fuck's wrong with Martin O'Malley? I'm just sorry. He gets me. Guy's a fucking good dude. He could sing and play guitar, and he could talk the talk. He had that emotional, that very sincere. He had an Obama thing going. But they shit on his act, man. Oh, this is so cool though. I got people in the chat. People are watching. 6 a.m. So let's just transition. I mean, this is crazy that Tulsi Gabbard is not getting talked about in a positive way on a daily basis. And like, one thing before I move on, though, this is pretty funny. It's crazy and funny to me how they, thank you, EA96B, Sam mentioned on Monday's show around 2:51:40. This is so cool. You see that in EA96B, I don't even really know who you are, but I can tell, you are caring about this as an issue, man. And you might even be against Tulsi or on the fence about her. But I mean, seems kind of crazy if you are a part of this Democrats need to win movement. I'm going to like my video right now because I like it. That you just look at Tulsi Gabbard. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman, first of all. She's going to last. She's a long-lasting asset. An asset indeed. Talk about an asset. I'm horrible. But you know what I'm saying? What kind of madness is this to shit on your best prospect? It's like a new generation, too. It's like looking at the new generation of players coming out and being like, yeah, this guy, he's 280 pounds of muscle. He runs a 4.240. I don't know. He did meet with a hate group. I'm not going to put him on the football team. No, he met with a hate group. I don't understand it. And again, the hate group, this hate group, hate speech way of talking has made me sick. Like hate, I probably had hate speech in my songs, according to some people, because of the Hillary Clinton, anti-Hillary, because that's hate to them. That's a hate group. Not liking Hillary Clinton's a hate group, everybody. Good morning. This is great. Now there's more and more people tuning in. We're having a good time. So, man, respect. So this is what it is respect. Like, that's disrespectful to Tulsi Gabbard. That's just disrespectful to throw a comment like that out. And in a number of ways, if I don't should I call into the show? I did last time I called in, and Brooks was hosting, and it was in the heat of this when I had a few songs about Tulsi, because Brooks was shitting on her for, like, basically, he goes back to to something that she had something to do with the Indian leader, who you can also call apparently hate group. Indian leader is hate group guy. Hindu extremist, okay? Well, maybe a meeting with a Christian extremist is a hate group. Okay. So basically, whatever it was back then, okay? I got a little fucking sidetracked. Yeah, I called in, okay? I called in, and the point is that he was saying shit that made me pissed. That's what made me call in. And then my phone wasn't working so good either. So it was a shit show. Yeah, I'm not going to call him with Michael hosting because he'll hang up on me too. It immediately, the first thing when I called in, I felt this bullshit tone being thrown at me. Yeah, man, you're right, Joe. When I put it in music, it gets them real good. Like I had a because he said to me back then, I was up in Maine whining about weed and jerking off to Kamala Harris. No, no, I'm sorry. I was jerking off to Tulsi Gabbard up in Maine. So first of all, this up in Maine makes it seem like you're kind of like, oh, up in Maine. That was like a put down just by the way he said it. Piles onto that whining about weed. Okay, so whining about weed. Whining about weed? Are you fucking kidding me? Putting down like weed is an issue. And then he triples it with and jerking off to Tulsi Gabbard. So he said that to me. And he said that to everybody in response to the fact that I was getting pissed about not jumping on this Tulsi wave of greatness, as she was the one who's out and ahead on legalizing weed. Like these other ones are coming in now, and that's good. But the leader is the leader. The fucking leader is the leader. You sometimes hear them say, and then they retreat into saying, oh, we don't want to get into this worship, this worshiping one person. Okay, like, fuck, that's exactly what you do. Bernie has become that guy, but just too late. Like, you need that guy or that girl who is the one. So that's pretty funny too. When Tulsi Gabbard is sitting there as the perfect vessel to actually victory. Again, it's the linebacker who's just blowing it away on the field. But then you got some weird little thing about her you don't like. Let's face it, what don't they really like about her? It's about the fact that she had the balls to go against Hillary Clinton. And then the fact that she had the balls to go meet with Assad. She had the balls to meet with Trump. She had the balls to do everything a leader needs to do. All of a sudden, it's because they supported the other people who didn't have the balls, had the balls to come out and say legalize weed, had the balls to say regime change wars are all bullshit. Like Syria is another example. Who, if we don't cut the balls to say, to draw the line, we're getting nowhere. It's a fucking illusion. They say over and over, you hear Jimmy Dore say that Obama turned the 1 or 2 wars into like 20 wars. I don't know what the fuck number of wars, but apparently it's a fucking more wars, basically. Because we have this little concept of regime change, control, chaos control, and then extract. So it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You gotta respect Tulsi Gabbard. Aretha Franklin passed away, and she's a great singer. Okay, Aretha Franklin. I always say Aretha, like urethra. Aretha Franklin. Again, the R goes after the F. It's really hard for me to say. Damn, need more coffee. So let me get a little more coffee for this quick part in a song as I wrap it up. Oh my goodness. So her famous song, or when she was singing "Respect," is a great song. And then I looked up the lyrics and everything. And it's pretty funny because you always think of that song as like a respect the woman kind of song. And it's funny because the original song was actually by Otis Redding, apparently. And then she modified the lyrics a little bit like a Jimmy Reefer King style. So she kind of modified it out. But for today, I just want to sing the original Otis Redding song because it's kind of funny. It comes across as the man's version, and then hers is like the woman's version. But they're both saying the same thing. Okay, it's like a mirror image in a way. But really, you gotta say this Otis Redding song was the first version. So, and I am a man, so I'm gonna sing the man's version. Just power chord it, right? what you want. Honey, you got it. Okay, let's start over. Just fuck it up real bad. Ready? You know what I'll do, though, just for fun? Should I record this? Nah, fuck that. This ain't even gonna get recorded. What you want, honey, you got it. And what you need, baby, you got it. All I'm asking for is a little respect when I come home, baby, now. Yeah, a little respect when I come home, baby, now. Do me wrong, honey. If you wanna, you can do me wrong, honey, while I'm gone. But all I'm asking for is a little respect when I come home. Oh, yeah, now. Hey, yeah, now. Just a little respect. Hey, little girl, you're sweeter than honey. I'm about to give you all of my money, but all I'm asking, hey, is a little respect when I come home. Hey, I'll beg it to now, just a little respect when I come home. Yeah. Hey, little girl, one more time. You're sweeter than honey, and I'm about to give you all of my money, but you got to give me all my proper when I get down. Oh, when I get home, baby, when I get home, oh, just a little respect now. Yes, it's kind of funny. He's just like, I'm about to give you all my money. I thought the lyrics were funny. He's just like, give me the respect. And then when she sings it, it's kind of like the same thing. She's giving her man all of her money, but just a little different. So it's like the woman coming back. Hey, man, Joseph Howard, it's early in the morning, so it's a shitty day, but it can get only better. All right, brother. And I'm going to get out of here. I don't know. Play one more song. I'm going to play one more song. Because of the fact that this is, I'm going to go out with this, the abortion song. So it's kind of funny. I mean, abortion's not funny, but okay. Because he's like, show me. Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. So Jimmy's like saying the next whiskey bar. And he goes on to the song. He's like, show me the way to the next little girl. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. So strangely, he goes on to the little girl this is the real Jim Morrison song. So I guess the joke of it is that the third verse is what I'm writing. He goes, show me the way to the abortion doctor. Oh, don't ask why. Embryo must die. Show me the way to the abortion doctor. Oh, don't ask why. Embryo must die. For if we do not find the abortion doctor, this embryo won't die. And I fear she will try a black market procedure that can make her sick and die. Republicans could not care less. They want to make her try to carry this baby, even if she was raped. I don't know why. Or maybe she wasn't raped, but it was drunken sex with an underage girl. Shouldn't have done that, Jimmy. Just look at Susan Collins. Hypocrisy and lies. She's just a friggin' Republican. But why do the unions endorse her? I don't know why. All right. Okay, guys. That's it. And I say to you, peace.